Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast, Tennessee Titans Weekly. Jacques. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Good evening to you folks. What's happening? AFC South game coming through on Sunday against the Jacksonville Jaguars. But fans, be careful.
Right.
Okay? Careful.
Very careful.
Don't think this is just some blowout. Oh, this is an easy game. Don't think that.
Right.
Think that. Right. We're going to talk about it. We will.
This is the – I'm over here fumbling. This is one of the best 1-11 teams that you're going to see. They've been in every game minus the Steelers game, I think. But and maybe the Ravens if they play the Ravens. But, I mean, they're a competitive young football team that doesn't have an identity and that's looking for an identity.
Yep.
And they got some good pieces to build off of. But don't take this team lightly. Like, we made that mistake last week with Cleveland. Guys, don't make that mistake twice, okay?
Facts, no paper, sir.
I think the Titans are getting an ego trip. And I think they're starting to feel themselves a little bit. And it's like, hey, offensively, they can do that. Offensively, you can have swagger. You can have the swag. You got the juice, right?
Yep.
On defense, you can't do that. This is a tale of two teams. You got a good team and a bad team on both sides of the ball, right?
Yep.
So right now, we're trying to look for an identity on defense. Identity on offense, we know we run the ball. That's what we do. We don't have an identity on defense. Last year we did, but this year we don't, right? So up and down and inconsistent. So a team like Jacksonville Jaguars who don't have nothing to lose, okay, people, they don't have nothing to lose. But the only thing they have to do is lose the game, and they get a better option for the number 2 pick, right? But, I mean, they're competitive in everything that they've played this year. So don't, like Hawk said, please, people, don't take this game lightly, okay? I think we put ourselves in the driver's seat last week. Let's put ourselves in the back seat. Let's put ourselves actually in the trunk, okay? That way, hey, we got to fight our way out the trunk to get to the passenger seat to drive the car. So,
yep. Because, see, Jacksonville right now, you got guys on the Jags that want to be there. They're not just tanking the season. They're trying to win ball games. And I give the coaching staff, I give the organization a lot of credit for that. You know, Gardner Minshew won't be starting, and he's really not happy about it. You know, Mike Glenn is going to get the start again. They let you know how much it means to Minshew. You know, you have players like Miles Jack. They say, hey, we're here. You know what I'm saying? This is what we do. Duval County, we here. You know, Jacksonville is not we barely beat them the first game. We only won by 3 points.
Right.
So don't let the 1-11 record fool you. We should win the game, but be careful. Be careful because every team they face, I mean, they just played the Vikings just last week, and they lost by 3, and they were in the game the entire game. Some dumb mistakes, but they fought tooth and nail against the Minnesota Vikings. So Jacksonville's going to come in. You know, we're going to Jacksonville. They're going to have a chip on their shoulder. Again, it's an AFC South game, so you have to be careful in divisional games. Look at the Raiders and look at the Chiefs. Though the Raiders lost both times to the Chiefs, they made it a game. So
they beat them. I think they beat them one time.
That's right.
That's
right. They did beat them the first time. That is correct.
The only team that can do it right.
Yep. That's right.
Definitely. So, Hawk.
Yes, sir.
So we know we got the game coming up and Sunday, and we know it's not going to be easy. From here on out, it's not going to be easy. So
no, sir.
Anybody that's thinking it's going to be a cakewalk, get that out your head, all right?
Facts. No paper.
How can the Titans win this game? Give me some ways. Give me something. I mean, we didn't win last week. Hopefully we can win something this week. Tell us how we can win, man.
So we all know that Derek Lamar Henry, who's from Florida, from that area in Jacksonville, from a suburb in Jacksonville, likes going there. He feels home in Jacksonville. He goes to the bank. It's their stadium. They call it the bank based on the name of the stadium. And he cashes his checks there at the bank, okay? So Duval, how we can beat Duval County is you got to look at Jacksonville's defense. I like their offense. They make good plays. They have some young talent. They have players that are sort of outperforming themselves, and we'll discuss that too. But you look at players like Chason for the Jags, the first-round pick, the 20th pick of the draft. He only has 20 tackles. He's underperforming, okay? Their DBs are underperforming. So I think of anything in order to win this game, bro, offensively, do what you always do. The Tennessee Titans are number 5 in the league on offense. Give them some doses of Derrick Henry. Give them some doses of play action. it will be open. And watching the Minnesota game, there were so many opportunities that Minnesota had, and they took advantage of it in the second half. It's there if we want it. We just have to be consistent and don't turn the football over. We don't turn the football over, make mistakes, we can beat the Jags. Again, Jacksonville, they're rated number 32 in the league in defense. Did y'all hear what I just said? How many teams are there in the NFL? 32. Where are they ranked? 32. That's not a smoke and mirror. The Jacksonville's defense, when you look at Dalvin Cook and how he ran against them, man, so much space on the outside, man. It is wide open. You can definitely run on Jacksonville. Jacksonville's not a strength defense. They don't play with a lot of power or strength. They are a wild defense, kind of an undisciplined defense. And them young boys is out there running around, but you can expose that. So if Derrick Henry could get about 120 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns, Ryan Tannehill get 250, 1-2 touchdowns, we'll win this football game. I do think whatever we want to do on offense, we can do. I think it'll be there for us. We just got to be careful not to be, coming in with swagger like, oh, man, these are the Jags, no problem, and lay it down and get beat, okay? Play your game, be consistent, and be ready. So we can beat them by playing our offensive game, running the football, using play action. What about for you, sir?
So for me, it's the same, man. I'm literally like, just go in there and play your game. You got to start early. You have to start early. You can't start late like you did with Cleveland. You have to start early. Minimize the mistakes, okay? And don't get cute. So what I mean by don't get cute, what happened last week, we went for it on 4th and 1 and threw it to an offensive lineman. I don't like that play, okay? Don't get cute, Arthur Smith. Just keep it simple. KISS. Remember, keep it simple, stupid, okay? Hey, you got Henry. Henry has historically big games against the Jaguars. I don't care who's on defense. They have the top-notch, one of the greatest defenses to ever play the game besides the 85 Bears in 2017, I believe, or 2016, whenever it was. They went to the AFC Championship. Derrick was still able to go wild on them. So, historically, Derrick has these big games. Let Derrick do his thing. Tannehill don't have to do too much. AJ might still be hurt, so this is a good game to rest AJ and get other players like Westbrook some attention and let them go out there and catch a couple of passes. Bats and get them more involved. We know Humphreys is out for 3 weeks on injury reserve, so it gives you a chance to work some of those receivers that you have on the back end to see what they have for next year. So work a little bit of that, and it's a game that you can do it, right? And then on defense, this is a game where you're not playing a fiery quarterback, right?
Facts.
This will give you some confidence going into the next 3 games for the season, right? Our defense is what it is. Let's get some practice. Adoree', he was minimal at practice. He did practice, but the way he's practicing, you can still tell he's not 100%. So if he does play, I'm not expecting Deion Sanders to come out there. I'm not expecting him to be the savior. But did
y'all hear that, fans? Did y'all hear what he said? That is very true. I'm sorry, Jacques. I totally agree with that, sir.
No, you fine. You fine. You got Christian Fulton, who hopefully can come back. Chris Jackson is coming back. So you got some okay pieces. Darrington Evans is coming back. So this is a time for them to eat and get some stats and get it going, because this is a very winnable game. And special teams, hey, this is a game where you can exploit special teams. Hey, do what you got to do. So, I mean, you can succeed on all 3 phases of the game with this particular game. Not saying it's going to be easy, but it's a winnable game where you can do that. So that's how we can win the game. Win on all 3 phases. You have an opportunity. It's there.
Correct, sir. So in saying that, Jacques, you and I have been talking all week that we have to be careful with the Jags. And I don't really know going forward of any game. I'm just like, oh, the Titans got that in the bag, right? I don't know. So how can we lose this game?
Don't let the 32nd ranked defense fool you, okay? Don't let it fool you. Because like you said, Hawk, they've been in every game this season, literally, besides the Steelers game. And that wasn't even a blowout, right? So those young guys, like you iterated earlier, Hawk, are very hungry. They're wild. They're undisciplined. But that's what makes them special, because they ain't got nothing to lose, right? And once they do get a little discipline behind them, then they will be very dangerous, like they were back in when they had a good defense. But don't let that 32nd ranked defense fool you. Don't let Mike Glennon fool you, okay? Even though it is Mike Glennon. Yeah, it was Mike Glennon. He's not a top-notch quarterback. But the way our defense is limping right now, he can look like Tom Brady. He can look like Baker Mayfield. He can go out there and throw 5 touchdown passes if he wants to, right? It's a vulnerability with our team right now, especially on defense. Yes. Don't let that fool you, okay? Please don't let that fool you, right? Also, starting slow like we did last week. We started slow, okay? The mistakes came quickly and heavily, okay? If we start slow, we start making mistakes, and you keep Jacksonville in this game, they'll be 2-11, and then it'll be very embarrassing to be 9-5, right? Then it's on track for our prediction of the year, right? But those are the ways we can lose the game. How about you, Hawk?
So there's several ways we can lose this football game. Both teams have poor special teams, okay? Jacksonville's had like 5 different kickers, so they're in constant turnover and things like that. But our special teams hadn't been good either. We have to be careful in that regard, where it could be a special teams blunder on our end, right? Not much of, say, of a fumble. We do a pretty good job with that, but missing kicks and things like that, it's going to be very important for us to make sure that we get every single point that we can. When you look at Jacksonville on offense, they have a rookie that's undrafted that almost has 1,000 yards. Now think about this. They released Leonard Fournette, okay? They didn't trade him or nothing. He got cut for an undrafted player, okay, early in camp. So they saw something in this James Robinson guy, okay? James Robinson, when he makes his decision to hit the hole, he hits the hole. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, watch out for number 30. When he runs the football in the middle, he is a problem. And one thing, I give the Titans defense a lot of credit. When it comes to running, a lot of teams ain't seen success in running the football against the Titans. Nick Chubb had a decent game, so did Kareem Hunt last week, but, not like they usually do. The only running back that has torched us is Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook torched Jacksonville last week, too. He had over 120-some yards rushing. But, be careful of their offense. Don't underestimate Mike Glennon. He's 6'7" out there. He likes to throw a lot to the tight ends, and as you all know, in the passing game, that's a struggle for us. They got O'Shaughnessy out there. They got Tyler Eifert out there. Those guys catch a lot of passes. Matter of fact, I think O'Shaughnessy had 6 catches last week. So, they throw – I don't know if you guys have ever seen Key and Peele. They call O'Shaughnessy O'Hennessy. I don't know if y'all seen – if you've seen that, you will be laughing right now. But those guys, man, on offense can cause a problem because we might – we got Laviska Shenault. He plays like A.J. Brown. Laviska not only catches the ball, he runs the ball. And – you got Cole out there. You got DJ Shark. You got the rookie Williams. The guy's got a good height. He made some good catches against Minnesota. So don't underestimate their offense. If you do, especially their tight ends, we can lose this football game. I'm not worried about our offense. I think we'll do pretty well against the Jags. But I think our defense is the problem. So, yep.
All right. So I see that, Hawk. So, quick question.
Yes, sir.
Give the Jacksonville, the Duval County, the Jags, a Titans player that the Jaguars should be worried about or concerned about.
I hate to sound like a broken record. Jacksonville, Duval, do not, or whatever. Hey, man, it's Derrick Lamar Henry. I think last week he wasn't able to sort of get some treading. He had a bad fumble that was on him. So, he's got to do better in protecting the ball. It's the only fumble he's had all season. But Cleveland shut them out to where they couldn't really utilize Derrick Henry in the second half. We had to pass the ball. We had to try to get some points on the board quickly. And I'm so glad that Ryan Tannehill was able to do that. But in this game here, they're going to have to stop 22. And I think anytime Derrick Henry doesn't have a good game prior, he plays the next game pissed off, okay? So this time, again, he's going home. He's going to probably have some of his family members come to the game. He's going to be like, hey, what's up, man? What's good? I'm here. What's good, family? And I'm about to light these jokers up. Jacksonville has had struggles against running backs all season. And Jag fans, if you're watching, I'm telling you the truth. Dalvin Cook lit y'all up. Derrick Henry can do the exact same. So if I'm a Jags fan, it's still a broken record. Until someone tells me differently, Derrick Henry is daddy. Jacksonville Jaguars are the children, okay? King Henry is who they need to be careful about. What about for you, sir?
The same. I mean, like you said, it's a broken record. rinse and repeat. Henry has his best games against the Jaguars. I mean, the 99-yard run, he had 4 touchdowns in one game against them. He's done it like 2 or 3 times. So, I mean, until they can stop him, I mean, like I said, he ran all on the best defenses that they had. So just the struggling defense that they have now, they're a little bit more quicker and they hit a little bit harder, but at the same time, nah, man. I mean, watch out for the King, and they know that. They know that. That's probably what they're game planning right now. Stop 22. If we can't stop them now, we can't stop them on the board. We can't stop them on Madden. We can't stop them, okay? So our goal is to try to stop them. If they can leave holding 100 yards, they done something. But Derrick Henry has career days against these guys. Matter of fact, I don't even call them career days no more because the Joker can put up 250, and that's a normal day for him. I mean, that's a great day. But 178 is a poor day, and 100 yards is a super bad day for Derrick Henry, which ought to be good for a regular running back. So
it's crazy to think that way, man.
It is. I mean, he's a Madden player, created Madden player that you can just go rampant on, especially when he goes against the Jags. So if I'm the Jaguars and they know this, watch out for Henry.
Yep. And, man, defensively, every game, the DBs, the corners, and the safeties lead them in tackles. So
I feel sorry for them.
Yeah,
every game. I feel sorry for them. I do. My heart goes out to them because literally he exposes them, and every time he always looks for one of them. He's like, "Oh, I got you. I'm coming for you." Yeah. They try to run away. He's running towards them. So
exactly. Right, exactly. So speaking of Jacksonville, they have their share of talent on the football team. Yes, they're 1-11, but I'm not looking at the record. I'm looking at players that they have that could cause us problems. Is there anybody on the Jags that you feel that we should be concerned about?
James Robinson, the running back, as you iterated earlier. I mean, we've seen what he did the first time when we played him. He had a real good game. I think he had over 100 yards when he played us, didn't he? Quite X.
It was very close.
It was close.
It was his first few games, you know what I'm saying?
But I was very impressed when I seen him, and I said, okay, hey. And like you said, the Titans do a very good job at stopping the run. But that's something with our defense limping is we do need to be careful. But I'm going to give you the bonus. DJ Shark, okay?
Okay.
Watch out for Shark because, hey, he historically has big games against the Titans as well on our defense. The way we played against Cleveland, these receivers can go off, okay? So it's James Robinson for me, but also
James Robinson did have over 100 yards.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Wow.
That's what I thought.
I
think DJ Shark had a pretty decent game against the Titans too. So for me, Titans fans, those are the 2 players that you need to watch out for because if the way our defense is playing, those 2 go off, it's going to be a long day and you're going to keep Jacksonville in the game and you don't want to do that. What about you, Hawk?
So Cleveland exposed the Titans with their wide receivers.
Right.
Jacksonville has, decent receivers, as we've mentioned with Shark, Chenault, Cole, Colin Johnson and those guys, Chris Conley, they got some receivers. But, man, I'm worried about their tight ends.
Okay.
Tyler Eifert and O'Shaughnessy. Tyler Eifert wears 88. James O'Shaughnessy wears number 80. Against the Vikings in all season, when Mike Glennon has been at quarterback, he looks for the tight ends more than he does the receivers. Mm-hmm. They a lot of times run 2 tight end sets. And as you all know, again, some of the weaknesses that we've had is covering tight ends. Now, we haven't really played a lot of good tight ends this season, so we've been lucky in that regard, right? We even did a pretty decent job against Austin Hooper, but Hooper hasn't really been performing well for the Browns. But I think Jacksonville has 2 good tight ends. And we have to be careful. So for those that don't know much about Jacksonville, watch the middle of the field. Can Kevin Byard and Kenny Vaccaro and those guys, David Long, Amani Hooker, can these guys, Rashaan Evans, can these guys step up and make plays in the middle of the field? And, because when you see the games, man, with the Titans safeties, man, they just keep getting, pushed down as if they're linebackers. And that's what's allowing the deep to be open, especially on the outside.
Yep.
For some reason, I don't know why we're being so aggressive and it's not working on that, right? As a DB, your first read should be pass at all times, right? And so I think by Glennon being 6'7", he has the height. He's going to be looking for 2 tall tight ends, both of them about 6'4". We better be ready. So, and not to say they're going to be game breakers, but they can control the game to keep Derrick Henry off the field. That's how you beat the Titans. Keep Derrick Henry and the offense off the field. Again, we're number 5 in offense, okay? Our offense is killer. We have a great offense. Keep them off the field. Go ask the Cleveland Browns that first half, right?
Right. Yep. Right. And like you said, Hawk, that's the trick. If you want to beat the Titans, keep them off the field.
Yep.
It may be a personnel change might be at play. Hooker seems to have more energy and more thump when it comes to the tight ends and stopping the pass and doing everything. So
facts.
Maybe a personnel change, sometimes swapping them out. Even the playing time, maybe that'll help that out. But we got to have a winner, Hawk, of this game. Give me a score prediction, brother.
So, despite the things that we've discussed about this game, again, I do have some concerns because I don't want us going into the game with our heads, just so up high like, it's Jacksonville. We better be ready. Be ready. Dealing with Isaiah Wilson's situation as well. Just so many things the Titans are dealing with right now. Javion Clowney still being out, Dory coming back. So it's so many things on the outside that can even impact them mentally, okay? But I think for this game coming in here, I think the Tennessee Titans will win this football game. Ladies and gentlemen, understand this is a playoff game for the Titans, okay? Because we have to win this game. If we lose this game, Pittsburgh and Cleveland would have to step up on us, and Indianapolis would tie with us in the division. Pittsburgh and Cleveland beat us, so we might be on the outside looking in. We beat Jacksonville. We control our destiny in the AFC South. We need to win this division, a division we have not won since 2008. So I'm going to say Tennessee 31, Jacksonville 24. What about for you, sir?
Okay. So, like you said, Hawk, this is a must-win. We at least hold the tiebreaker with the Colts, but at the same time, it's jockeying for position. And I've said this at the beginning of the season. If you want to get to the playoffs, win your division. Everything else will fall into place, right? We lost to Cleveland. Okay, that's fine. We lost to the Steelers. I'm okay. But losing those divisional games are huge, and they hurt. Look at ask the NFC East with the Cowboys and the Redskins and the Giants and the Eagles. Those teams are barely over 500, and one of them's going to go to the playoffs. So you win your division, you're in. So for my score, I'm going to say the Titans are going to win this game because it's a very winnable game. But is it going to be one of those explosive blick wins that we had against the Colts? Maybe. But I'm going to take the safe pick, and I'm going to say 34-21, Titans.
Okay.
Jags will get some points because our defense is just not that strong enough to hold them to a goose egg or at least 3. So
facts, no paper. Very true, sir. Very true. Very true. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, that ends the show, folks. Thanks again as well for tuning in to the show. As always, we kindly appreciate the comments that are made as well. We try to respond to most, if not all, comments. And you guys give very good comments, by the way. As well, we do have products that we do have online that you could purchase. We have hoodies, masks, socks, mugs, you name it, we got it. So check it out. Check it out on our website. I think you'll be impressed with what we have. As well, too, we're being sponsored by Nashville Stain. For those that live in the Nashville area, you can give them a call. Their website link will be there as well. If you need like any outside furnishings stain, whether it be your deck or anything, your steps, just let them know at Nashville Stain.
And also, people, if you've ever wanted to get a website created or you wanted to get into digital marketing or just anything, hey, we have a company that's sponsoring us now called WeVans. And WeVans is here for your services with anything creation, website-wise, application-wise, digital marketing. Hey, the information will be in the description in the little thing down there, and that way you can contact them. Literally, WeVans, W-E Vans.
Good deal, good deal. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to contact us as well, you can email us at TennesseeTitansWeekly@gmail.com. You can also subscribe to our Instagram at Titans Weekly, Tennessee Titans Weekly, as well on Twitter at Titans Weekly 24/7.
And I also say this every time. Share the video. Share it to your auntie, your cousin, your auntie, your dog, your cat, your sister, your brother. Share the video to everybody. And also, importantly, share it to another NFL fan, another NFL team. Hey, we just don't know the Titans. We know your team as well. Ask Cleveland. Hey, shout out to the Cleveland Brown fans bringing that funk in the comment section, by the way. Hey, we really appreciate it. So thank you. But anyway, like I say, and also like the video as well, throws us in the YouTube algorithm. So take us out, Hall.
Yes, sir. Well, to you and yours, have a great rest of your week. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on the post game on Sunday. Let's beat Duval County, and let's get this win in the AFC South, and let's secure a playoff spot, man. Let's get it in. Tighten up, folks. We'll holler at you.